Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great day. Today is Monday. Long Island Breakfast Club show. Lots of guests. Lots of birthdays. Welcome. And the sun is shining. It was supposed to rain, but it's not raining. So I'm happy about that. And I want to thank Nicole, who's here in the audience today, from the local newspaper. So thank you for coming, Nicole. And I'm going to tell you that we always start the show off with a birthday because we just love celebrating birthdays here. And it is Stephanie Carlino's birthday today. And she is the first person that started the Breakfast Club 16 years ago with me, co-founder. We met in an interview, and the rest is history, after we got thrown out of the diner on 110 in Huntington. And we formulated this great club.
And friendship.
And also, she's in my book, as well as 60 other women. And we got in a lot of trouble together while we were out of work, and we did liquid lunches all over Long Island.
Well, idle hands do make for trouble.
So happy birthday.
Thank you. It's a milestone.
Then, my other Breakfast Club alma mater, Frank Perusa, handsome Italian. How did we meet?
At the diner where you were getting thrown out.
Because
16 years ago.
Frank is in a great business, and it is Frank's fantastic.
Right, I own an auto body shop in New Hyde Park.
And where is it, Frank?
Right on Jericho Turnpike, 2 traffic lights west of New Hyde Park Road.
He says that in 2 minutes. He's very good at it. And I met Frank because he called. We were having a party, and he wanted to know if there were going to be girls. He liked to dance, and the rest is history. Right, Frank?
Yes.
So thank you for coming. And it is
you
your birthday. Happy birthday, Frank.
Happy birthday, Frank.
So today is a birthday. We have champagne, and I think Bill is going to help us get everyone a little champagne with some soda. There's some cups up there. Bill, is that okay with you? Okay, and we'll have a little drink together. So
Pass
thank
it out
you for
now.
coming. Thank you for coming.
Now.
So we have a great show today because I have these wonderful actors and actresses here, and we're here to celebrate what's coming up, the Fontanas. So instead of me introducing you, you're going to introduce yourselves. The Fontanas is this great dramedy series that is written by our director, Jerry Ferretti from Lindenhurst. And in 2 weeks, we are going to have a open screening of very many episodes, little tweaks of each episode, in Belfast Pub. It's at a pub, it's a bar, it's going to be fun. It's September 12th. So we're going to start with this popular gentleman.
Hello.
I understand that you have a band,
Yes,
Joe
ma'am.
Cool. I've never seen you play, so I need to be invited.
Always invited.
I know.
What's the name of your band?
It's the Killer Joe Band.
Killer Joe?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So what's that all about?
That's it's the name of the band. I was given that name in Manhattan, in New York City, many years ago, and we ran with it, and here we are.
What kind of music do you play?
Rock and roll, blues, and soul.
Whoa, that sounds good. And what's your role in the Fontanas?
I play this character named Tony, who's like a hitman kind of thug type,
Hmm.
and we're having a lot of fun with it.
Goes with the Killer Joe?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you're getting typecast, you better watch
It
it.
happens.
What is your favorite part in your role?
The last time, the last thing we did with Katie Schrader, that was fun in the car, doing the dialogue, because I didn't know how to drive and do it. It was hard enough just doing it, and they said, okay, now you got to drive and do it, and that was interesting. I never did anything quite like that.
Great. Well, it's nice to finally chat with you, because I always see you on set, but we're never really chit-chatting.
Right.
Angela, I feel like she's my daughter. She is in the show. She's my daughter-in-law, but she's very mean.
Well, I can be. So I play Nora, husband, wife to this one over here, Frank, aka Frank, and it's been a journey, and I love it, and I have some. Yeah, I could be a little mean, but I can also be sweet.
And you run around
The
a lot.
best mother-in-law in town.
Around
That's
a
true.
lot.
I'm her mother-in-law.
But you'll have to come watch to really see what I do.
Yeah, the last scene that
Uh-oh.
we played, I was kind of mean. She left crying.
I did. She left me crying twice. So
She does that to me all the time.
She practices on the show.
Oh, get yourself, let me tell you.
Oh God. So where do you do other than Fontana's? You're a teacher.
Yes, I substitute teach. I have a little wellness business, and I also work at Kerber's Farm in Huntington.
Yeah, and you
also-
do a lot of the country stuff
The what?
at the farm, country
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
But
It's a
you
cafe, so
you were in a
come
soap
and-
opera. Let's come on.
Yes, I was in General Hospital.
Which
and,
one? Who did you play?
I played Dr. Rubin. It was on almost a year ago, August 31st, it aired. And I was on Dr. Death, which is a series in Paramount. And I don't know if it's still on that now.
Everybody's gonna get one.
And then I had a principal role on a feature film called Confetti.
We love General Hospital.
Yeah, it's a great show. I grew up with it.
Us too. Me
So
too.
now we have Wendell, who is my son, sort of like my bad son.
I'm a bad son.
Yes, you are the bad son.
Because he married the wrong girl?
Well, no, he's just bad. He's, you know.
So I'm Wendell Laurent, play Frank. I think I'm the second oldest son, and that's my mom. I love playing Frank because it's completely against type, because I'm kind of a happy-go-lucky kind of guy, and Frank is always angry. And my favorite thing that I've done is the scene where I got to destroy the living room. It was actually it was shot in her house, and
Yes.
she kept giving me things to break, and I said, I'm not going to break this, but I got to throw everything around and break things. So that's been fun playing against type, and I thank Jerry all the time because, number one, I'm not Italian. I don't look Italian per se, but he cast me as one of the sons, and it's been such a great experience.
Yes, and you also you get hurt a lot because you do silly things.
I do, and had a great scene with Killer Joe.
Killer Joe.
I love that one.
That's an easy name to remember.
Because I sort of hire him to do some untoward things to my wife.
Is it in
But that
his
was-
name?
He's not very
It's
nice.
not
Yeah.
very nice, no. But if I could put in a plug for another project,
Sure, absolutely.
I'm in another series called Undercover Comic, and it's now running on Tubi. So please go to Tubi. You can watch it for free. It's a 6-episode series, and I play David Friedman, a celebrity chef who is stalked by one of the leads in the show because she wants to become a chef herself, and so she keeps bumping into me and stalking me. So it's a great little
Undercover comic?
Undercover Comic. on
It's
Tubi.
great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's
And I made my
exciting.
feature film debut in a film called An Extraordinary Affair.
Oh well, that one I want to see. I didn't get to see
It's
that.
still on the film.
What is that about?
was great.
Let's talk a little bit about
Okay,
that. It's a little low. You know.
It's about a gay married man who falls in love with his female physical therapist. So it's sort of an opposite of what you see
Bonding.
a lot in movies.
Wow.
He's also trying to reconcile with an abusive mother that he grew up with. He inherits she passes away. He inherits the house that he grew up in, and so he has to go to the house to he has to deal with the bad memories and the ghosts. And
Oh.
And that didn't that get an award or something? I remember.
it's been in a couple of film festivals.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
So you love what you do. You're very popular. You go. I know you're everywhere.
I'm
So you did 3 different series.
2 series of
And a
film,
movie.
and then we're shooting. We're in another film called Walter's Wish.
Yeah,
We're in
that's
the middle,
new, right?
We're in the middle of shooting it. We didn't quite finish it this summer. We'll have to finish in Christmas break. All of the producers, it's a great group called the Casual Crew, but they're all in college. So they'll have to go back to school, and so we're going to come back on Christmas break and finish it.
Nice.
Great.
We play husband and wife there.
You guys
as
are
well.
just meant to be together. You play
Or-
anywhere.
I was just thinking that.
But we're not happily married in that one.
No,
either.
you're not.
At all.
You just can't be happy. I'm sorry
Very
for you.
dysfunctional couple.
Too much. And then my cutie here,
The
Frank
baby.
Vitale, the baby.
Of course. I play Woody on the Fontanas.
He's not nice either. He's not a nice son either.
And no,
you didn't raise
what's
them well.
what's the word? He's very a ladies' man, I guess.
Yeah, we did a scene in my house, okay? Right here in West Hempstead, there was a scene. You stopped by that
Right.
day, yes.
And I helped out afterwards too. Yeah.
Yeah, but let's talk about your role, because you're very bad.
Well, in that
That's a big
particular
build-up.
one, I had to shave my head in the mirror, and then something happens. Like I go into almost like a transformation, it's kind of like you know that it's hard to explain.
Like the Hulk, you become somebody
No,
else.
not like that. Not like that. It's it gets a little psychotic. Like
Oh,
when,
okay.
when you see me act in the mirror, like I'm like
You're a
that.
little off.
Yeah, a little off. And I realized I had to do certain things in order to find out things in the family.
Yeah, and not
Right.
only that, you have a girlfriend. Her
Hmm.
name is Lucia from way back.
Do you like her?
I met her once, and I think she's great.
She's gorgeous.
Yes, she certainly is.
But, you know.
You like
have
her
a-
mommy for him?
She's okay. They're all, you know, the boys are not, you know, Jerry is the son that is the good guy.
That would figure.
And he's not here, so I don't know where Jerry is, but.
He wrote it. He could be the best.
Yeah.
He could be the good guy.
Oh, here he is! Surprise visitor! Grab that chair, Jerry.
Jerry.
Hello, how are
Waiting
you?
for the right moment.
Yeah, come on
that's
in.
a great entrance.
Yeah, make
Come on in.
one come in. That's great. Perfect. Well, just in time for champagne, Jerry. So let's salute
That's
the big guy. He showed up.
Oh,
That's
God.
Cheers.
Happy birthday, guys.
See you all do
Thank
it.
you.
All right.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you.
Salute.
Chin chin.
Salute.
Thank you. And you
How's
were
everybody?
fabulous Friday night.
Oh, thank you.
I can't find the share button. Can you find it for me? Because I'm
Oh,
not sharing.
you're asking me?
Jerry can. Yeah.
Can you do that? You're
Yeah, I
Share
can't find the share
technical.
button.
You be the technical advisor on this set.
I just can't find the share button, Jerry. That's all. But anyway, you
Share
look
button.
great. Look at him. He's
Yeah,
terrific.
really.
So
You're
I
the
hear
good
you,
son.
I hear you were out partying last night, and she was there.
No, Friday night.
Friday
I
night.
was in
And where was
Freeport.
this?
At Cafe Margaritas.
Oh, I love that
Mexican
place.
restaurant
In
on
Long
the water.
Beach.
No, there's one in Freeport. There's one in Wantor,
Oh.
Merrick. There's a lot of them around. But we went there to see Jerry.
Oh, very nice. So you got a lot of fans from the Breakfast Club.
I think you're sharing.
I am. Well, where's the share button then? Oh, there it is. Thank you. Okay.
Sharing is
Sometimes this happens to me, guys.
How's
you
everybody
know?
doing?
Technical
Awesome.
Good.
Good morning.
We've been singing your praises.
Yes.
There we go. Thank you. You look tan.
It's summertime.
You growing a beard. My son, okay? You have to.
Questions.
Yeah, you haven't seen him in a long
You
time.
have to ask permission from
I
Mama
have to go to the
And I
Fontana.
don't. I gave him my goatee.
You gotta ask permission from your mama.
What was that?
You have to ask permission when you grow a beard.
Oh,
from
really?
Me. Yes, you're my son, right?
Are you above age?
Yeah.
Are you over 21?
You're the good son.
Yeah, you're the good
He-
son.
I
You know, I
just
just
said
got
that,
lazy. I was up in Lake George and
No, it actually looks good. And between the tan and the new beard, it looks pretty good. What do you think, brothers?
My
my
approvals.
younger brother.
I gave him mine. I had one
I like
in the series, and
Hey.
Yeah.
so I shaved it off.
So I was saying it's the first time I really got to talk to this handsome Mr. Joe.
Killer
Coon.
Joe.
Hi.
Yes.
He's
gonna
so
stay with him.
soft-spoken, and his
Yes.
image out there is this tough guy, and that's why you know.
I only saw him every time I saw him. He always had a hat on, so you know I never really got to see
I
that
got some in
bald
the
head.
car.
I love bald men, so everybody knows that.
Okay.
Yeah. So today is her birthday and Frank's birthday.
Happy birthday, guys.
Yeah, so we have-
the actual day.
Today is
Yeah.
my actual day.
Mine's
Yep.
Thursday.
3/4 of a century.
Yep. So
That's one way to put it.
so we have a very nice
Disbelief.
young lady, Nicole here from the reporter from the Herald,
Oh, that-
and she's going to be talking to you later. So thank you for coming again, Nicole. We had our drink.
Did you think I was coming? No, I'm talking to Angela.
Angela?
Yeah,
I was hoping you were
but
coming.
did you read between the lines or no?
I thought it was
I knew you were coming.
I know who you thought it was.
I just wasn't
Vincent Pastore. I thought Vincent Pastore was coming because this one was hugging him on the weekend on this Facebook.
What?
Cheat on him? Great. Cheat on your husband?
You know me, I find
No wonder you
everything.
don't like
No wonder
her.
you ordered the hit.
So I was searching Facebook. Who's he sending? Who's the surprise? So she's hugging him. I'm like, it's got to be Vincent Pastore.
This is better than Vincent Benson.
It is.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Much better.
I'll,
you
Yes.
are.
I'll go with that.
So let's
Okay.
talk about. Well, first of all, Justin, do we have a clip? Yeah, let's show a quick clip. All right.
Everybody give it up for the man, the myth, the legend, Joe Coretti.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be here. I've been married 54 years. Everybody's damaged, Freddie, and lonely.
You will meet someone who will make your eyes sparkle.
Jesus, Joe! You got this pile of people over here who say they're wonderful. Only they're divorced from this pile of people that say they're equally as wonderful. And why is everybody divorced?
Come on, you son of a bitch!
I want my writing to be recognized for what it is.
You let me know when that happens. We move the coffee table and the chair into the other room, and then we set up the tables. And then we get the chairs.
I'll be in the bedroom alone. For now.
This charade is over.
That is so big of you.
Obstinate little bastard.
Nothing's changed.
This is your family, and I'm the one who always ends up doing everything.
Ow! I hate this place.
Good job.
So, Jerry, take it over. Let's talk about the Fontanas.
Well, we completed all 7 episodes of the first season, and on September 12th, we're going to be showing 1 through 5 at Belfast Restaurant in Lindenhurst. 6 and 7 are in post-production right now. They'll be ready for the film festival in October, and it's just gotten better and better as it's gone along. I mean, everybody's settled into your roles, and that's the amazing thing to watch. Is in the beginning, it was a concept that I knew where I wanted it to go, but finding all of you and the cast as it is right now just completed it. It brought it all together, and it's crying out for a second season. Really, it's going to be so much fun moving forward, because what I love about this show is it starts off like a family sitcom. I almost thought about putting a laugh track in the first episode and then changing it. So they're always kicking around different ideas, but the show gets darker as it goes on, but never loses the humor. And I think that is a real testimony to the talent of this cast, because you're all such great actors, but you all have great senses of humor, which makes that really a great thing to watch. And that's what I think is missing from a lot of shows that come out. They're also serious and they're also dark. I always say when I'm scrolling through Netflix and looking for things to watch, there's always things like you want to have a good time. You don't want it to be too serious. And I feel like The Fontanas has a lot of serious aspects to it. But even in editing, and I always try and if there's like a dramatic scene like with Angela and Valentina, that one scene that was filmed at the house, the next scene right after that, you're going to be laughing. So it keeps you emotionally going back and forth and up and down and all around, which is
Can
really
you tell
cool.
us the premise of the story? It's a family,
Right.
and what's the premise of the story?
The premise of it is a family, a typical Long Island family that I always like to say, like where The Godfather was a story about a mob family that had like personal issues. This is the story of a regular family that finds out it has mob issues.
I knew, but everyone else didn't know.
Right, your character
I had the
knew all
secret.
along. And there's an opening scene that takes place in 1968 that will be explained in the final episode 7. But the way the series opens, it's just this family of 4 brothers, their mother and father, and the children, and how things change with the death of one person in the family, and it opens up a whole powder keg of information that nobody in the family was aware of, but it's always been there. And it's kind of like Everybody Loves Raymond meets The Godfather meets Soap, if you remember the show.
Yes.
So that's really where a lot of the influence came from. And it's a lot of fun.
It is.
Really
I can't
is.
believe how much, I've learned just you telling me what to do, which I don't really take orders from many people. But I took them from you and I learned so much. And I'm having a great time at my age, 71, and learned a whole new thing.
Yep, and you got to be open-minded and listen to direction, as all of you know.
Who
And it's a
knows?
big part of-
Someday I might be singing with Joe Cool.
Killer Joe.
Joe Cool's Snoopy.
That's right.
Killer
No,
Joe.
I
You'll be
wouldn't.
happy to know.
I wouldn't, but
By
I'm
the
just
way,
kidding. Because
I-
anything can happen.
Your reel is up.
My reel is up?
Yeah.
Where is it? I can look at it? All right, well, you'll have to show me. Jerry was kind enough to make me a reel because now I'm considered an IMDb actress, thanks to Jerry
Your
Ferretti.
reel and your bio are up on IMDb. They probably won't appear till tomorrow.
And
but
what do they do? How do they go to it? Because that's good if someone goes to my reel, right?
Go to imdb.com and search for your name. I
That's
guess.
it, guys. You got to
That's
do it. I can't wait to see it. Thank you, Jerry. You're really a good son.
I'm a good one.
And you're the good
Thanks,
one.
Mom.
Now, your oldest son couldn't be here today
Yeah.
because he's trouble. He's no good. And Paul Lodicano, he's
Paul, he's not even watching. I'm going to have to smack him when I see him. I don't see him watching.
Uh-oh.
Where the hell is Paul, guys?
and your one daughter-in-law is here
Yes.
kissing up.
Yeah, but she
I heard.
hates me.
She doesn't like her.
She hates me, so I mean, she doesn't like me at
Even though
all.
she makes me cry, I still show up.
She's some actress, and your house in the film came out so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And in my house, my friend here, my son, there's a scene, okay? And remember the old man and the old people when they saw the two girls coming in their negligees to my house?
Oh,
What happened?
your actual house.
The
yeah.
senior citizens were outside, and they're like, "What's going on?"
Oh my God.
That was the first episode, no?
Yeah. So I said,
Yeah.
"We're having a wedding today."
It's a hell of a wedding.
Your freaking
Really?
wedding.
And then the old man next door just came into the show and he wanted to keep him in it because he was
We
obnoxious.
tried to get him in, he wouldn't do it.
He said, "No, I don't want to be in this."
You'll regret it.
Right?
You live
When you
today.
live in a senior
When you're in the
citizen,
Academy Awards,
Yeah.
you can thank him.
when you live in a place like I do, the seniors are very nosy. So actually, it was funny, and he goes, "Let's keep him in it." I'm like, "He's not going to say yes," and he didn't.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun when you came to my house. But when
Oh.
they do a scene in your house, everything has to get put away.
Oh, I've had that in my house.
So you
believe
did
me, I
it.
know. I've
Yeah,
had that.
You've
I've had
done
so
it.
much fun with this series. There's one thing that's actually a little disappointing, and it's a testimony to the talent of this cast. There's not a lot of bloopers. I've recently been going through it, going, I gotta make a blooper reel, and there's not that many bloopers.
Get the hell out.
Even when I was
You
in
guys
front of
have
the
to make more
pizzeria and I would
mistakes
get
as
mad.
we
What
go
about when
along.
my buttons
Hey,
fell off
what-
the dress
what kind of
when
show
I was
was that?
there? That was a blooper.
There's a few, and the pasta, when they took the pasta out of the cabinet, it
Yeah.
all fell out. But I mean,
Yeah.
in 7 episodes, there really
Wow,
aren't a
that's
lot of. And as we went on, everybody got better. So, yeah.
Well, they fell into their roles, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easier,
That's
yeah.
what happens.
And you do learn, like when you've never done this before, you have to know the whole story. Because the first 2 times I went, I didn't read the whole story. So Jerry's like, "Did you read it?"
And I'm sure you said yes.
I said, "Yeah, I read it. I just can't remember."
Well, I think the biggest thing that you learned was understanding the scene is very different than memorizing dialogue. Like, knowing what's going on in the scene is the most important thing. I remember pounding that into your brain.
Yes, yes.
It was like, don't sit down and try and memorize because the words won't have any meaning. Understand what's
Right.
going on.
And Wendell used to put notes up in the background for me so I would remember. And I appreciated that because in the beginning it was tough. I didn't understand.
So you were helping her cheat.
I was.
Yes.
You're like Brando. with
And then,
notes on
my
the-
husband, who's dead now because he died
Okay.
at the dining room table
Oh.
on my anniversary.
Spoiler alert.
Right?
Spoiler alert.
And
Spoiler alert.
he was quite the character too. So,
Yes, he was.
yeah. So, Sonny
let that
Blue
go.
Eyes, shout out to Sonny.
Yep.
But
One
it's
of the
been
interesting
great.
things I've enjoyed is to see how organically the series has grown. Because we shot the pilot and we had the characters and like you were saying, and then you said, I have this ideas for other episodes, but for you to take, like you said, the actors you had and the roles, just to see how it grew organically. Because it wasn't originally about the mob or it
No,
just
and
kind
you
of
developed it.
There was, because Paul said the same thing, but it was in my head. Because if you remember that line of dialogue when Katharina says in the opening of episode 2, when I say how there'll be no horses' heads in producers' beds and what your uncle did, so it was there.
It was there.
I just didn't know where it was going. I knew I wanted it there, but I hadn't fleshed it out. And again, credit to everybody in it as you settled into the roles. And that's when I went back and reshot, because we'd already shown episodes 1, 2, and 3, and then it became complete. And I went back and shot the new opening for episode 1, which no one's actually seen, and that tied it all together. But it's weird when you have an idea in your head. I always say you got to move forward, even though the idea isn't fully thought out. Start moving on it. You know, I see so many people, they talk to me, they say, I want to write, but I don't know where to begin. And they talk about it forever and ever and ever. Just start. Just start that ball rolling, because then your mind becomes continuously thinking about it. And which is a little psychotic, because, you know, you're doing everything. No matter what I'm doing, I'm writing. And that becomes, I saw an interview with Jerry Seinfeld recently. He said it's constantly, every waking minute of the day, he's thinking of material.
And he also says that when you think of something funny, write it down.
Absolutely. Keep a recorder, write things down, but it does keep your head all jumbled up.
Oh, yeah, well, you're a little nutty.
Have stuff going on when you're trying to have a conversation with your daughter or, you know, whatever.
Well, that's when, you know, you got too much on your brain and you're like, someone looks at you like, are you all right?
Right.
You know, Patrick says that to me a lot. Like, are you all right? Where are you? Are you here today?
What
That
I
I
love
believe.
too is the different characters you brought in. You know, it's amazing, and everyone has such a different, unique
Perspective, yeah.
Yeah, it's
true. Thank you.
it's unbelievable.
And like Wendell was saying, where he is playing against type.
Yeah.
But yet, I mean, you say you don't look Italian. You don't think about that when you're watching your performance. You know, I mean, James Caan wasn't Italian.
Right.
So
Right.
if it worked for The Godfather,
Yeah.
it can work for the
And
Fontanes.
Frank, I mean, he's typical Italian. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
let's-
typical Ginzo.
Yeah, and we met because you came to visit the show one day.
Right.
And you were on the show, and shit happened, right?
And you're right. Like
It
with
certainly
Frank,
did. Yeah.
When Frank came into this project, because you have a unique way of speaking.
I do?
Yes.
I didn't know.
There you go.
Which, when you look at like old Hollywood, Rich Little used to imitate people so much easier than, you know, you could imitate Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Hemsworth, and like they're a little boring. I think it's a little more cookie cutter. But everybody in old Hollywood had a unique way of talking, and I like that. Like everybody here,
You had to be over the top dramatic, so they were able to pick off different aspects
right
of their character or whatever.
And also,
you have the same.
You're willing to
uniqueness.
throw in so many new things going forward. You meet people and you come up with an idea. And we did have 2 scenes right here at G's.
Yeah.
Thanks to Greg, who isn't here today. But this is beautiful now. You see how pretty it looks? So different,
It's
isn't
great.
it? It didn't look like this. It's all been redone. It's much more modern now.
And locations are key. I mean, shout out to everybody who's given us locations. I mean,
Yeah.
look at when we shot the scene with Ernest in that metal shop.
Yeah.
That was,
Oh.
Was
what a
right.
night.
Like,
That was great.
It was like a movie set. You
Yep.
could not.
Yeah.
You could not spend enough money to make a scene,
Right.
a set
I
look
was just
like
talking
that.
to him about that the other night.
And what about the beach scene? Like where that was late at night?
the dock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do beach, but they made me go to the beach. I don't do beach. But I said I'm not going in the sand, and so he changed it so I didn't have to walk in the sand. Because you know, let's face
Flexibility
it,
is key,
I can't go in the
Got
sand
to
and
keep our
walk.
stars happy, you know.
especially with their egos.
So Frank, what do you think? Because Frank's been listening to me, but never really knows the whole story.
Well, see, you know,
September 12th, he will be
exactly.
there with bells on,
Right.
right?
And where can we see it when it's completed? Where will it be running?
That's the eternal question. We're talking this series up everywhere. I got people in Florida, London, California. The awareness of the Fontanas is actually really large.
Good.
I go to film festivals, people come up to me and go, "Oh, you're looking at the Fontanas." I'm like, "How do you know?" And they're like, "Oh, I heard about it." So I don't want to just throw it up on Amazon. I mean, a lot of people will put their projects on Amazon because Amazon creates that for you where you can do that, and they take a huge percentage of it. Once your friends buy it, the question is, how do you get it out there to the masses? So we're trying to follow like the Gravesend way that they did it, which is to get the show out there, but also at the same time get backers. So I'm talking to a lot of people, invited them down to Belfast, and I definitely want to go forward with season 2. But when if I could put the series on YouTube tomorrow, but then if investors come along, they say, well, it's already out there.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
They
so you
want
got
it
to
to
keep
be
it tight.
fresh. So again, it's taking those steps forward. I believe it's coming. I believe that the person or the entity out there that's going to take this on is in our path. And some of them I may already be talking to.
And that's why we're going to church a lot. We're praying.
So
for that
to
big
answer your question, you can come see the first
Yes.
5 episodes of Belfast. We are going to show the first 5 episodes. I mean, I may as well make the official announcement
Yes.
today. The film festival that we do, the New York
Yes.
Long Island Film Festival, usually runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But this year we're adding Wednesday.
Right.
Wednesday night, we're going to show the first 5 episodes again.
So you might be back by then.
It's a large venue. It could be
It's huge.
240 seats.
What night is that? Do you know?
That's a
It's
Wednesday.
a Wednesday night.
And we're also going to do the festival during the day on Wednesday
We'll
as
try
well.
it. If we are,
So-
we go, for sure.
And then we're going to premiere episode 6 and the final episode 7 at the film festival on Friday and Saturday nights.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
On the
That's
same
great.
weekend.
The same weekend.
It's a whole great
So
day in
Wednesday,
Lindenhurst.
what date?
Wednesday will be episode
what
1,
date
2,
is
3,
that
4, and
Wednesday,
5. That's the 18th.
18th.
And then
No,
on
we
the
won't be
20th,
there.
we're
We'll
going to
be
show
away.
episode 6. And on the 21st, we're going to show episode 7.
Oh, we'll be away.
Which,
Yeah. But really, anyone out there that likes films, independent films, what you get when you come to the festival is you get to see 5 or 10 films in a day, right?
oh, at least. Yeah,
And
right.
you get to vote on which one you like, and you get to see the most different types of films. Some you may hate, some you may like. But what it does is it gives you ideas for your own thing because anybody can make a film. You just need the right people, like a Jerry, like a Justin, somebody that knows how to use the camera, and something that's either deep, funny, obnoxious, or ugly. And the story could be anywhere from 20 minutes to whatever.
They can be 2 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
New York Long Island Film Festival, NYLIF, NYLIFF.com. We're actually open for submissions for, what is it? Let's say it's
Another week, right?
No,
Till
it's
Thursday.
the 31st. So was it Thursday? So we're taking submissions until then. We show about 20 to 25 films per day, anywhere from 2 minutes long to full feature films. They come from all over the world, and it's a great. What I can't stress enough at the film festivals. There's a lot of film festivals out in the world. The best thing about them is networking. You connect with other actors, filmmakers, everybody who works behind the
And
scenes.
that's what
and-
happened to me because I volunteered and
Right.
now I'm with them for 3 years.
There are so many projects being made on Long Island right
Yes.
now that came from connections made in
And
in,
also documentaries.
all types.
And those
Music
can also be
videos.
put into the film festival.
Right.
Documentaries.
Screenplays. We bring screenplays in as well.
And you know, if you're
Music
retired,
videos.
Will there ever
Music
be a
videos.
follow-up
Music
to the
videos.
Mark? Will there ever be a follow-up? I love that
Joe?
movie.
yeah, you know what the greatest commodity in the world is time.
yeah.
That was such a
And-
great
The Mark
movie.
was a great movie.
when it was
Thank
over,
you.
we were all like going, "What? What?"
that Katie.
I didn't see that coming.
We loved Katie in that movie.
Katie's
Katie
great.
Schrader. And also, you know, Eddie Sessa. We loved him in the movie. He's
Mm.
one of our big fans.
Yep.
And, you
And,
know.
and he gets on me all the time going, why haven't you released? You know, it's sort of like that first baby. You know, it's like I want to release it someday, but at the same time, I think that movie should be remade now that I've amassed all the knowledge and experience. So it's sort of like your little baby, you keep it here and go, it was my
could be tweaked.
film school.
Yes.
Kind of what it
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
you know, in a lot of ways. I learned a lot
But
with
you
that.
do realize that. And then also at the festival now, we're doing authors. So, like, I started originally because I wanted my book to be a movie. Because it's all about what happens when you're 50, older. And it was like the Breakfast Club movie, only the kids were kids. We're older. And so that's how I'm like, Jerry, I want to become a movie. And that's how we started, and that's how I learned so much. And Angela and I next year are creating a little short film. And we're not sure what it's going to be about, but that's a goal for next year. And Jerry, of course, is going to be, you know, helping us out.
Of course, it is.
Yes.
Of course.
So-
Because that's, again,
There's nobody yet.
But he'll be there.
It was announced today.
Yes.
I love surprises.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it was announced today.
But anyway, this is the things that when you're retired, which a lot of people watch our show, when you're over 50, do something different. Have some laughs.
Right.
Try it. What's the worst? Nobody's going to fire you if you're retired. Or if you get fired, no one's going to tell you no.
It's a good
And
point.
if you volunteer, everybody loves you because you're not getting paid, but you're hanging out with people that want to be there. And so that's how you meet all these great people. And that's how I met all these people that are here today from the Breakfast Club. And Frank of all, he was one of the first. I mean, Stephanie was the first, but Frank was the first sponsor, vendor. So Frank, what have we done for you as a result?
Lately.
What have we done for you lately?
Just you're very good people
Aw.
to know. Very sincere. And as long as I know Valentina, she always helps everybody.
Yeah, but you help us too.
Well, I do what I can.
Frank was honored at a big event with the politicians about, what, 4
I
years
actually
ago?
enjoy helping people.
Yes, you do.
know, it actually makes me happy sometimes.
And the cars, when he finishes your
that's my
car,
reward, I think. You know.
what does the car look like when you finish?
Brand new.
Well, that's that's a hobby.
And he rescued me because I got stuck at the window at the bank. I couldn't get out. I was too close to the window. I got stuck in the car. But he rescued me.
Why wasn't there a camera?
That was a song.
That was the funniest story.
That's a
Who
movie.
does this happen to?
I can get that back.
Only you, Valentina.
Only me.
It's available at that.
Oh
Yeah.
my
You can get the
gosh.
jaws of
I'm
life.
sure you can
That's
find
right.
the video
And you know,
of the
I'm
bank.
not quiet. And then all these weirdos are coming up to the car. I don't know if they're gonna kill me or whatever, you know. And I'm like, I'm not opening the window. And then I started calling people, you know. And of course, Frank said, just stay there. I'm like, I can't go anywhere.
I don't remember. I remember that now that you said it, but that's that was a.
And then when
That was
he, you
an
know,
episode.
the Breakfast Club is known. Greg will always say it because my car is a mess. Thanks to Greg, I do have a very nice car now. He helped me, you know, get one. But the bottom line is it's full of stuff. My office is the car. So I had to go bring the car to him one day, and poor Patrick, had to empty the whole car. And then the guy with the tow came, and we had to put it in the tow truck. Right? He goes, I don't understand you, Valentina. I don't have an office. But I have a space now at G's, and we're very thankful to Greg and all the people here. And people come here on the weekends and have fun, and it's a cheap date. They have live music. Live music here. You should meet Greg. Right?
I know who he is.
Oh, you
I've been
know
here
Greg.
before.
There
Yeah.
you go. All right. See that? Greg knows everybody.
Yep. He's been around a long time.
Yeah, I know that. Greg and I are like husband and wife. We're
Okay.
work wife.
I can see it.
Yeah, because we're both strong.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
What did you say? Dysfunctional.
Oil and vinegar.
Now we get along great, and this is a great place to do what I do. And Greg's a big part of it, so.
And we miss him today.
Yeah, we do. George Buzzio, he was just on last week. He says, can't wait to see the Fontanas. Carrie Ann Schoenwan. Hi. He's saying hello to you. Do you know who she is?
Who was that?
Carrie Ann Schoenwan.
Yeah, sure.
Benny B is a big guy that does radio. He's like all kinds of different things. He comes here once in a while. He says, shout out hi. Heidi Geiger, I think she's one of the G's people that come here at night. And Bob D'Amato, Eddie Sessa, everybody's watching, which is great. Susan's already talking to everybody, and Jenny too. So thanks, guys. So anyway, what kind of work do you do on the fancy cars, the regular cars, any car?
Any car, but most of my work is high-end stuff.
High-end, the richies, the rich people, right?
I don't know about the rich people. But basically, in the last 10 years, everybody doesn't own a car. Everybody leases a car.
Well,
You're
that's
subject
true.
to fixing your car. Insurance companies pay for it. I'm a licensed adjuster, so it's easy to get your car fixed because the insurance company don't dictate. I dictate how the car should be fixed.
And not
it's
only
in
that,
your favor because then you get the right job instead of going to their pro shops where they cut corners because they work cheaper. Like I do Geico work for argument's sake, but I'm not a Geico pro shop, so they have to pay a different rate when they use me than using them guys, and their guys work a lot cheaper.
but the main thing about you is you're honest. If somebody comes in and gives you like BS.
No,
Like,
no, I don't get involved
he
with that.
just says,
Well, he's fixed our cars.
yeah,
and
but he
it's
says
beautiful.
leave because you don't want to be here. You know, 'cause
Well,
he's
and
not
now,
a
the
BSer.
and now when you lease a car, they're a little more skeptical about the repairs. They know because it's on it's programmed that your car's been in an accident. They see on the sheets, and they'll look at the car, and if it's not done correctly, they'll actually charge you back. They never used to do that, but in the last 5 years, because they've been beat so many times, cars going back and not fixed correctly, and then they're responsible. It's their car. It's not your car.
So,
They're leasing
Frank, this is a little joke for your birthday because you have to open it because we always talk about this, okay?
Here you go.
That goes, happy birthday, Frank.
Thank you.
And Stephanie, look, we made this just for you. You and Frank last year. They have their birthdays together
Look
all
at
the
us, Frank,
time.
at Christmas.
And there it is. Oh. And this is for you.
Picture.
It is.
Yes. Okay, this is you. And then remember you were on Greg's boat cruise
Yes.
Yes.
last year, the year
Yes.
before. That was a really good night. I almost drove you home that night.
Yeah. All right. Let's not go
Birthdays are fun.
Birthdays are fun.
Birthdays are fun.
Open the box because I think you'll get a kick out of the gift because we talk about this a lot. So we like to joke here. We're jokesters, always jokesters.
We went last night on to celebrate my birthday and another friend's birthday. We went on the Moon Chaser
What is that?
cruise. It's a cruise. It's a boat that cruises out of Captree. But they had a band there. You might have heard of them. You ever heard of the Fab Four?
Isn't that?
The Beatles.
They're the Beatles. They were fascinating. They were fabulous. This is the second time we've gone to see them.
So what's the name of the book, Greg? The Shift.
The
A
shift.
guide to dating, self-worth, and becoming the main character of your life. We think you are a main character, but I thought of this because I'm always talking to you about
We're
dating.
trying to fix them up.
Yeah, well, we do, but, he has to make his own decisions, but we tell him what to do.
By Tinks.
Who's Tinks?
Tinks.
I don't know.
So that's for
Somebody who's
you.
obviously. No, I'm going to let
Enjoy
it go.
that.
I'm going to let it go. I'm thinking. I thought about it and I thought, nah. I'll
But
just let
we
that
love
one
your
slide.
support. You're always here for us and sponsoring when we have a big event. We're happy you're coming to the festival, and you're gonna love it.
I'm excited to see the
I know.
Me
I know.
too.
series.
And I like your new haircut.
Thank you.
Yeah, you like it better.
Yeah.
Good.
I have no choice. I gotta live with it.
Nothing. Nothing.
No,
I
gets-
because
never panic because it
I'm
grows
very
back.
mean sometimes. He came 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, "What's with the hair?"
Well, because I was in the middle of a transition of getting a different haircut, so I wanted it to grow out. So
That's
So-
always been one of the things between the sexes that I've always noticed. Man gets a haircut, woman can go, I don't like that.
but you can't
Woman
ever
gets
tell
a
girl,
haircut.
oh, it's fabulous.
Absolutely.
I know the feeling.
Looks great.
Thank you.
You never tell a girl anything negative. Forget it.
The big killer is, does this make me look fat? That's the leader.
Speaking of hair, just open this one, and then we'll do the rest later.
Okay.
So happy birthday from me and Patrick.
Well, I got Raisinets.
Yeah,
I
everybody
love
got
them.
Raisinets
I love
because
them. It's all right. I
it's a
like
kid
them.
thing, He would like to have all of you, George Buzzio, at his screening on September 15th. He has a big documentary coming. His name is George Buzzio. I'll let you know where it is if you guys want to go. He's invited everybody.
So we got time to submit to Nyla?
Yes, submit it to NYLIF. You still have 3 days.
Oh, nice.
We know how much you like to read,
Thank you.
but you have to open. Where's the pink thing? Where's the pink thing? Wasn't there a pink thing in there?
That's the pink thing.
Yeah, read it.
It's going to embarrass me. I have to put on my glasses. Oh, look at this. It's time to treat yourself.
It's a hair
A
day.
voucher for a color and a trim because I'm not, this isn't my natural color. It would probably be all gray.
On once a month,
Thank you.
there's a lady, her name is Rosa. You know her very well
Yes.
from the club. She comes to my house, and all the Breakfast Club ladies come.
We go there,
And
we
get
have
the hair
bagels
colored,
and get our
done.
hair done. It's like
She brings bagels.
It's a spa day.
Once in a
For
blue
us.
moon, Patrick stops in, and he goes, "I'm going, ladies. I'm not going to be here for this."
Enough.
But Rosa's been with the club as long as Greg, and known her a long time. Another business person who is a sponsor. So anybody need a hairdo, come to my house. I think it's
a
gonna
fun
be,
day.
Yeah, it's fun, and you get to eat
Sure.
and
For
drink
me.
wine. He gets to drink wine.
Don't
You
say
got
we
two
do that
new-
early.
Two new customers.
Yes.
25 seconds. We're good.
Yeah. So thank you for Rosa to that. She's
Yes.
decided
Thank you,
to-
Rose. Very
Today
generous.
is National Red Wine Day.
All right.
Oh.
So everybody drink up. It's also National Cherry
red wine.
Turnover Day.
Oh.
And
National.
I can get into that.
National what?
Cherry turnover.
National Heroes
No
Day.
cherry.
Like an apple
Like a turnover cherry. Yeah.
And on the weekend,
Nothing
it
gets
was
by you.
it was
Right.
it was National Dog Day on the weekend.
That's right.
So who has a dog here? Dog. You love your dog.
I guess it needs a day because no one's aware of
That's
it.
great.
Like,
What kind of dog do you have?
She's a mix.
what's a peach
She's
turnover?
like 40
I'll die, I
pounds.
don't know.
Well, Jerry
Staffordshire
has a big
Terrier.
dog.
Same
What?
thing, only with the peach.
I guess so.
Like,
Little girl.
George says he
Ten.
already entered.
10
Oh,
mixes.
good.
we have a little
What was-
dogs and
George
mixes that
Buzzio.
last a long
That's his
time.
name. It's a documentary.
Pure
I probably know the
breed
title.
It's about
style.
a star
Okay. No, I know.
Had.
of something in Hollywood.
Yep, I know which one it is.
Akita's a hard dog. Big dog.
Sounds like a German Shepherd to me.
Well, Akita's a Japanese dog, and they weigh about, I had a male, they weigh about anywhere from 130 to 160 pounds. They're big dogs. And the males
They're like
more-
little horses.
They're aggressive dog, aggressive breed to begin with, but a male's a much more calmer dog than a female.
Just like in real life.
Now I see why they say you're trouble.
Apparently, I'm the dog of the family.
So Frank, what's your favorite part about the role? Like, what do you love the most about it? What do you hate the most about it?
Aggravating mom.
Yeah, that's one.
What?
But,
That you have a great mom?
Yes, great mom. Trying to get me in trouble already. I guess when I'm looking back at the scenes that I've done, I see why Jerry likes my facial expressions. They can be funny. So hopefully everybody else will enjoy that too.
Yep.
And I just basically love being with everybody. And
It's like a family.
yeah, it really is. And
It is.
I really enjoy my time, and I cherish it too. And I think the whole show is great, and I'm really blessed that you made me a part of it.
Yeah,
Very
we
lucky to
all-
have
we
you.
all
And
are.
yes, you are very funny.
Wendell,
Yes.
is your favorite scene when I take a knife and throw it down the table at you?
Oh, yes.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that's in the
How many
beginning.
rehearsals
Wow.
was that?
Not
I'm
too
a little
many. I'm
nervous.
pretty good at that.
When
It was
she
a
throws-
fork.
When
A
she
fork.
throws the fork at me.
Not the knife.
Oh,
I would say the least favorite
Oh,
scene of
interesting.
me that I shot, although I liked the scene, was we were in the parking lot of a particular hospital on Long Island. It was in December. It was in the 20s. And we were just wearing our
Coats.
I froze my A off. Can you say ass?
You can
I
say
froze
ass.
my ass off.
Yes.
I couldn't feel my hands. But the scene itself was great. But that
Yep.
night, that was a tough
That was a
night.
tough
All right,
one.
at least you got to go in the hospital for a few seconds. Jerry and I had to stay outside the whole time.
Oh, so
You guys
yeah.
working crew that day.
And you've done a lot behind the scenes.
Yeah, you
that,
learned how to do
what
this.
I love
You've
it.
done for us is,
I'm embracing it all.
and that was a really cold night.
Ooh.
So cold.
Okay, well, Angela,
And
you're
it got
good
like
sense.
white. It got extra cold just during those 2
Right,
hours.
right. The temperature just dropped.
And the favorite scene?
Oh gosh, I mean, I had so many great scenes with Angela.
You guys are so good together. It's unbelievable.
Too bad
You're
you
gonna
can't
have-
make, too
you're
bad you
gonna have
can't
a
make
new-
it work.
You're gonna have a new favorite scene
I'm gonna have a new
when you
favorite
see the
scene.
new episodes.
Too bad you can't make
You
it
guys
work.
did
I'm excited.
really, really great work in those scenes, and
And my favorite scene between us was our semi-reconciliation scene. Yeah, that was a great day.
Yep.
That was.
I love
great.
when you're in the
Don't want to
car
give away too much.
and you're driving like
well,
a
I was
maniac.
just gonna say that's one of my favorites. I love them all, but I've never done like a real action scene. My scene with Jeff
That was fun.
was
That night.
like
Yep.
unbelievable. To
So
me.
what are you
I'm
doing?
living the
You just-
dream. Like who would think that I would be doing this?
I had to follow Angela, and we had to find a location. Remember, we're looking. We had like, well, we'll try this, we try that, and then someone knew of a abandoned house not far from where we were, and she drives into a ditch, and I get out of the car, and I'm like, oh, you know, and I'm supposed to be following her. And I'm like, so now what do I do? And it was good. Like it was rainy and cold. It was just
It
perfect.
was a
You
bad
couldn't have
night.
scripted it better.
and that brings me to another point with this, that you know you're on the right track, and you know that God is like involved with what you're doing.
Yeah, it's all happening the right way.
I wrote this script months before, and it called for rain.
Wow.
And I've always marveled how all the filming I've done in my career, it's been sunny and bright and exactly what I need. Because most of the time I'm writing stuff that takes place on a normal day. That particular day, it was written with rain, and it rained beautifully. It was a downpour, and the scene is like, it's just perfect. It was perfectly timed. And when we were all done, it stopped raining.
You and Katrina at Nicoletti's house.
Right.
When the thunder just came at the most perfect
That's
time.
excellent timing right there.
Again, don't want to give too much away, but it was,
Right.
Yeah, then there's the scene in the doctor's office, with me and my son, and Paul, Lorcano.
that was
Which,
great.
again, is
That
so
was great.
funny.
Oh,
funny.
please.
So
The pimple scene.
Yeah, in a doctor's office. Yeah, it's really hysterical. They call me all kinds of silly things. And in the end, what I have is not that serious, but they make a big joke about it. And it's embarrassing, but I'm a good sport. And then my son goes and tries to kiss the doctor. I mean, after all this. And I'm like, where is my son?
He doesn't really.
Well, they were on the desk.
Oh my God.
Boy. Okay.
Too much information.
Yeah, too much information.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
all fun stuff. And we were in a beautiful office in Mineola, a great architect lady who loaned us the space. I mean, we've had some really great people. Who
So
knows,
as
Frank?
so
Maybe
as
we'll use
actors,
your
do you-
car shop one day.
As actors, do you go off the script sometimes?
We ad lib a little,
Not
but
too much.
It's so well written that you don't
No,
need it.
Or
You
Jerry
don't,
will
but-
yell at us.
Yeah, if you throw in your
That's more
own thing,
likely.
he doesn't like it.
I try to do word for word, but like that scene we had in front of the pizzeria, I kept on getting mad at myself, and I walked away, and you're like, just calm down, just stay right here and do it again.
Right.
A lot of patience, Jerry
Yeah.
has. A lot.
Yeah, especially with newcomers like me.
And I have to say, you always stay calm.
Yes.
You just.
I think he yelled at me once.
Ooh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he was the good son.
Oh, yeah, really. That shot that one.
Because you start to learn that people
Need
need
that.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like punishing a child. they need the discipline.
That's the way of putting it.
That's true.
Okay.
You need it.
Come on, hit whack.
Okay.
But my favorite scene with you was the one on the couch. It's not what you're thinking.
Because you're the good son.
No, when you weren't getting the scene,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and I told him to turn off the cameras,
Yeah.
and I said, just relax, you got this, do the scene, blah, blah, blah. And you finally, like on the third take, you got it. And you were like, I'm ready. And I said, no, you're done. The cameras are rolling. Because I had told him, when I tell you to turn it off, don't.
turn them off.
And that was the best, because you were like, what? And it was a great scene. You actually got it down, but I had to trick you.
Yeah, it was a lot
It's
of fun.
interesting, that camera. Once it goes on, it's like, what happens?
It's on.
Yeah.
It's
You freeze
Right.
up.
Sometimes
Right.
I go through the same thing.
You think you got it, then all of a sudden you're on scene. You're like, all of a sudden you go blank.
And I got my first gorgeous velvet robe, navy blue, for this one scene in the bedroom where I'm hallucinating.
Ay, ay, ay.
Hallucinating in the
Couches.
bedroom.
I did not write a porn.
Sounding very shaky.
Oh my
And it's a beautiful robe. I haven't worn it since, but I'm going to wear it in the winter. My favorite friend over there, Susan, found it for me. Her and Jenny, they shop for me because I don't shop. And they found the robe, and it's just beautiful. So thanks, guys. Susan and Jenny are a big part of behind the scenes. They're here today.
Absolutely.
They do so much for the show, always smiling. They bring food, they bring drinks. I mean, they're just great. And Stephanie and Bill always bring the champagne. So, and of course, Patrick is just the greatest. Everybody knows Patrick.
Yes.
But he's the quiet man behind the scenes, and he's always there. He took me for my bagel this morning, so I didn't have to wait to eat because he's such a doll. And that's life here lately, I tell you. Since I wrote my book, my life changed drastically. I recommend anyone in the world write a book. You don't have to be that smart to write a book. Every day, write a passage, put it in your drawer. 6 to 7 months later, take it out. When you're ready to really write it, call me, because we publish books at the club now too. And on that note, have you written your book yet? The one that you're writing about the movie?
Well, the mark is written.
It's done. Okay.
Yeah. And that gets back to your question about there
So
will
you
be a
have the
sequel.
second one. Oh, great.
But again, it's finding the time
Well,
to
get
write.
time for that
There's-
because that was good.
Thank you.
Well, we had a good time at that. Yes, we had a lovely
There's-
time.
I have my calendar laid out.
I like that. I'll put that at the top because I liked it. It was great.
Thanks.
So why don't you give information about how to sign up and all that, your website?
Well,
all that.
I've got a few websites. I've got Ferretti Films. You go on that, you can see all 4 trailers for the Fontanas. There's 4 of them up. There will be a 5th probably in about a week. So that's FerrettiFilms.com. We've got TheMutantKings.com, which is the band's website. And then we've got Nyliff.com, NYLIFF.com, which is the New York Long Island Film Festival. We're taking submissions for another 3 days, and then you'll be able to go on probably in about 2 weeks and get tickets and the schedule for the whole film festival. And again, we have so many great films. I think that's what started to happen now. We're in our 5th year, and we're just getting. We had to expand another day.
You did, and we have a
Because we're just
great
getting so
facility
many
where
good
you're having
films.
it.
Yep.
It's huge.
Now, how
Right.
do they get to see you as Elvis? Is that a separate website?
Oh, we're going to see him as Elvis in
That's-
September.
Because that's so good. That's another. He's so good.
September
Can't stand
9th.
myself.
You ever
and
sleep?
That's what I said. I don't think so.
Let's see, Saturday the 9th, we're in Lindenhurst doing the Elvis show. And
Yeah, that
Sunday
we're going to,
is
yes.
I guess it's the 17th. We'll be in Copiague down at Tanner Park. We do a full Elvis concert, and it's more than just Elvis music. We take you through the whole different stages of Elvis's life, from
We'll be
the
away for
50s through the movies and the comeback, and then top it off. with
What time
Vegas.
is the 9th? Because I have my high school reunion that day.
7 o'clock
Oh, 7 o'clock.
in the Lindenhurst
Well, we're going
Village
to definitely,
Square.
we're coming.
Oh, we can make
Yeah.
that.
The breakfast club
I
will
have
be
my
there.
reunion
Big
that
show,
afternoon.
so.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, Joe, when's your next big concert? What you doing?
Oh, yeah,
I
where
know
do you-
you're all over.
Do you play locally?
Yes, I'll be. We were over just in Huntington. Angela came out to see us on Saturday night, and I'll be in Freeport, where Jerry played. I think it was yesterday. Margaritas.
Oh, when?
I'll be there Sunday the 3rd with my band, and then I'll be with Vinny Pastor's Gangster Squad in the city.
Oh, that sounds like a
And
good
around,
one.
we're
To
doing
go.
a big holiday charity thing,
Oh, how
which
nice.
yet
So,
to be announced.
what's your website?
I'm on Facebook, Killer Joe Band,
Killer
Killer
Joe
Joe.
Band.
and same thing on Instagram.
Frank, what's your website or your Facebook?
I don't have a website.
How many times have I told you to make
I'm
a
from old
website?
school.
He's old school Italian.
He goes by word of mouth.
Yeah.
He's got a big word of mouth, so a lot of people
Big
refer him.
presence.
Yes, and he's a good dancer.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
That's
come
you
on,
say
don't
that.
be. You used, well, let's put it back.
This
I
poor
enjoy-
guy
He enjoys dancing.
He's known so well that people on the outside send me pictures of him dancing at the clubs. That just happened 2 weeks ago. And I sent him a picture. Where are you? And I sent him the picture. He goes, "Who sent you this?"
Your life is not your own,
Well,
Frank.
I enjoy what I do.
Yes.
You know,
You're living life.
Yeah, I'm a very lucky man that I got to do what I enjoy as a job.
Yeah.
So it makes me a happy camper. all the
Yeah,
time.
he is. Yeah.
A lot of people. you know,
And he's
they
got a
do-
beautiful boat.
You're talking too much.
Yeah.
We're trying to build you up.
But we
No, I don't need to be built up.
no, but we haven't been invited on the boat yet. He's gonna sell it, and we're not gonna get on it. No, just
Maybe you'll buy it
me. No,
after all your success.
I don't do
in
both.
Hollywood.
Right.
no, I don't do.
That would be nice.
So, what do you do for a living?
Besides acting, I'm in the import-export business.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh boy.
You remember that scene, right? You can catch me on Facebook and Instagram, Frank Vitale.
Great.
No website.
And you're available bachelor.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Everybody's
You have to go with Frank.
promoting that.
Maybe you could get. Yeah, you've got a running buddy now. Maybe you could go
I'm a
there.
wingman. I need some experience. Yeah.
You read the book by King.
There you go. There's a book on
Oh, yeah,
dating.
you can share it.
We gave him
Like
the
a
book.
library book. You get the 14 days.
Now, Wendell, I know you're everywhere as far as acting, but you do have a regular job too, don't you?
I do. I actually am an administrative assistant for the Jesuits. For
The Jesuits?
the Jesuits.
Oh,
for
the Jesuits. That's a holy thing, right?
Yeah,
They're the smart
religious
ones.
order.
They're the smart ones.
Yeah,
the
for their
Jesuits.
vocation director. I'm his,
Wow.
so, but I have a great boss who lets me go in my auditions and take
Now,
time
what
off.
happened when they closed Innisfada? What did he used to be there? Wasn't that the Jesuit?
Yeah, that was a
my-
great
that
Jesuit
not the-
retreat. Yeah, that was a great retreat house.
was fabulous.
Beautiful.
And they just tore it down, right?
Well, they sold it. They couldn't afford to keep it up.
Yes, I know.
When they,
So when people come to the Jesuits, they're coming for like a whole overdue of life for themselves?
no, I'm actually work for the guy who recruits new people to enter.
Oh,
so I
to
help-
be priests. and-
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Do they still have the seminary in Uniondale?
No.
That's closed a long time, I guess.
I don't think that was Jesuit. It might have been diocesan.
Oh,
Maybe.
okay.
Very nice. I didn't know that about you. Something new I learned.
Exactly. But to catch me on my website,
Good segue.
WendellLaurent.com. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram, but make sure you find the one with the little blue check mark. I have a lot of fake people that my photo's very popular and people creating fake accounts.
Yeah,
So
I got
make sure it's
twice.
the original.
Valentina Janik.1 is not me on Instagram.
Oh, it's not you.
I'm Tina Valentina Official.
Oh.
Somebody made that up, but people go there all the time.
I tagged you, yes.
And
Okay, and also look for Undercover Comic on Tubi. You can view all 6 episodes for free on Tubi. Undercover
nice.
Comic.
And
I'm gonna write
Angelina.
that down.
Angela.
Facebook, Angela Credenza Parker, and my Instagram is Angela C. Parker 1.
And she's
don't have a
beautiful. She works at the farm.
Thank you.
She teaches people how to do so many things in acting. And she has a beautiful home and a beautiful family.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I have to give
We
props to my
clicked.
husband.
We clicked right away.
I have to give props to my husband too for allowing all of this to happen.
Yeah,
He's so
because you
great.
get on
He's so
planes
supportive.
and
He
you
loves
go.
it, though. Yeah,
You get an audition, you're going.
yeah. Well, we
And let's
support
give
each other.
a quick shout out to the rest of the cast of the
Yes.
podcast.
Yes.
All the
Yes.
people that couldn't be here today.
Okay.
And,
Yes.
I mean, so many. We got Katie Schrader, Katrina
Katie, she
Riccio,
does everything. Everybody,
yeah,
really.
everybody. So
We miss you. I miss all of you. Thanks for everyone that's watching. And we'll see you on September 12th, right? 7 o'clock.
Get your
I'll be
ticket.
there early. Get your tickets. Call Jerry.
Almost sold
it's
out.
very close to being
But
sold
if it's
out.
sold
so you can
out,
contact me.
Then you can come on the October 18th night. And then the festival, you got to come to one day because you're going to love it. Right?
Yep, it's gonna be great.
And on
It's
that
gonna be great
note,
this year.
everybody, that's
All right.